I've developed this year my life appraisal. I'm very, very familiar with the appraisal process, as most of you are. Millions of people go to work every day. They're good, honest, hardworking people with a good work ethic. But they know that quarterly, semi-annually, or annually, they're going to have that imminent accountability partner called an appraisal that's going to hold them accountable. And the appraisal is going to appear. And what I did is I took everything. I went to a cabin up in North Arkansas for 2 days. I was going to do my life plan. And I designed an appraisal. And this really, has any of you ever read the book, Same Kind of Different as Me? I've heard it's a great book. You have? You remember Rocky Top in there? I had the privilege of meeting Deborah's sister, DJ, and she introduced me to Ron Hall, who was a co-writer on that book. And I got to visit Rocky Top. It's down by Weatherford, Texas. And when I went down there in November, I had my GPS programmed. I had a MapQuest directions. I had written directions from Ron. I had the gate code. I had his cell phone number, and I had a road atlas in the back of my car, just to take a one-day trip. And I got to thinking, what do we have mapped out to design our life? Nothing. We live it day to day. We live an accidental life. I designed my life appraisal, which if you want to do, if you don't have a personal growth plan, and I'm really into personal growth, not goal setting. I've set goals and met those goals, like my weight goal. I've met it probably 10 times in my life, but I haven't maintained it. Now, I've designed my life appraisal to track certain disciplines in my life. My health, my finances, my career, my family, my relationships. My life appraisal has 4 different parts. Number 1 is the to. Is if you take a trip, you got your to, you got your from. And what I'll have you do is I'll have you imagine you're 75 years old, and what would you write down about yourself? Many people will say, well, write your eulogy or something like that. I'm not going to let you have that slack. I want you to still be here. I want you to hear. I want you to write down things about your health, about your career, about your family, things that you had to write these things down. I give you the tools to do that. And then I have you write some things down that other people would say about you at 75 years old. Your family, co-workers, your friends, your spouse. And when I went to that mountain, as a man, this is going from here to down here. It's one thing to think it and say it, but when you have to physically write those things down, it'll test you a little bit. That's the to portion. The from portion is where are you now? I have you establish an opening account balance in different aspects of your life. From 0, which is broke, to 10, which is very successful. Where are you? Where are you in your career? Where are you in your finances? Where in your health? Where in your relationships? From 0 to 10. That's the from. The route, then I have a route, just like a road map. I have a route. I have you talk. I use the shuck and add program during that. Some things you have to shuck out of your life, some things that you have to add. Some things that you shuck are some withdrawals that you take out of these accounts, either accounts every day or every week or every month. The things you add are things that help you benefit. And then the last portion is I call it the hankering 100. Hankering 100. The definition of hankering is something you have a strong desire for. I'm from the country. Now, hankering was a really familiar word with me. To write down some things you like to achieve. Not so much things you like to go, things you like to experience, places you like to go, things you like to experience. We had a great Christmas this year again, and we had no what ifs or if onlys. Everyone was there. And the thing that I heard most common through my kids and grandkids was, Dad or Papa, remember when we did this? Remember when we went here? It wasn't anything about, remember when we bought this? It was about experiences. That's what I want the hankering 100 filled up with. And this gives you an opportunity to write those things down. And I'm very proud of the document. It's been 30 plus years in the gestation period. It's finally born. It's arrived. It weighs about 2.5 pounds. A little over. And that's a success story. That's what I loved about HR is the success stories that happen like that. Now, in a management class that I developed and I teach, what I had with that grievance that day was what I call courageous conversation. And if you're a manager or a supervisor, a crew leader, an HR person, it's not fun, but sometimes you have to have it. You must have courageous conversation in order to be successful in the career that we have. And that's why I created My Life Appraisal, is because it gives you a tool to have that courageous conversation. You probably know some people right now in your life that are very close to you that are heading for a train wreck. And you want to have courageous conversation with them. But that's not the most important thing. This document was designed to have that courageous conversation with the one person that you have the most influence over, you. But sometimes it really takes something to look in the mirror and say, I've got a train wreck coming here. I don't care if it's in your career, in your family, your health, your finances. And you're going to have to make some changes.